Right. So take your time, settling into your seat, finding a place where you are as comfortable as you can be. You can sit against a wall, you can sit on a pillow, cushion. You can even start lying down, that's awesome. You might want to wear your jacket. Settling into a meditative space. So as you find that space, letting your eyes begin to close and turning your attention inside. Letting your hands, if you're sitting, letting your hands rest on your knees or thighs. And palms can face either up or down. And taking this time to notice how you feel this evening. So just noticing what is present for you right now. Noticing how your body feels. Any areas like the shoulders, the upper back, the neck, the lower back that might be holding on to tension, might be feeling a little tight, a little stiff. I'm just bringing some love and compassion into those areas and allowing them to slowly begin to let go. And feeling the connection of your body to the earth, feeling yourself being held and supported. Letting your spine lengthen, creating space between each vertebrae. Letting the shoulders spill down your back. And letting your heart spread open. Softening your throat and your jaw. Relaxing your lips and your tongue. And softening the muscles around your eyes. Softening your eyelids and eyebrows. Your forehead. Your temples. Crown of the head opening to meet the sky. And surrendering to your breath. That gentle ebb and flow of prana, of life force, that tidal rhythm. Letting everything else go. Arriving where you are. On your next inhale, reaching your arms up above you, letting your palms touch. And exhaling your hands down to meet at your heart. 2 more times like this. Inhale, sweeping your arms out and up. And exhaling, hands down to the heart space. 1 more time. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhaling, hands down to the heart. Letting your thumbs rest lightly along your sternum, your heart center. And connecting to your heart, to what you need, to where you are right now. And from this sacred space, offering up your own intention, dedication, prayer. Letting it arise from your heart. Letting your practice flow from this intent, this dedication, this prayer from your heart center. Beginning to softly open your eyes. And switching your seat around or coming into a seated position if you're on your back. So just changing things up a little bit. Do some shoulder openers, some neck openers in a seated position. So your arms will be relaxed alongside your body. And as you inhale, you're going to lift those shoulders up to the ears and then exhale them back and down. And do this a few times, letting go with each exhalation, with each shrug of those shoulders. Maybe letting your breath become a little bit deeper and fuller as you begin to move. And then the next time those shoulders roll back and down, just let your arms relax alongside your body. And drop your chin into your chest. So you're breathing into the back of the neck and the shoulders. And bringing your right ear to your right shoulder. And breathing into the left side of your neck and left shoulder. And drawing your chin back to your chest. And bringing your left ear to your left shoulder. And breathing into the right side of your neck and right shoulder. And chin to chest. And again, right ear to right shoulder. And you can stay here, or you might place your right fingers by your left ear, drawing the right ear a little closer to the shoulder, reaching the left fingers gently away. And relaxing your face and your mind as you breathe. And letting this go, drawing the chin back to the chest, and gradually shifting left ear toward left shoulder. And you can stay here or place your left hand by your right ear. And draw that left ear a little closer to the shoulder, reaching the right fingers gently away. And softening your jaw and your eyes as you breathe. And letting this go, drawing the chin back to the chest. Inhale those shoulders up to the ears, head to neutral. Exhale the shoulders back and down. And then this time, inhale, reach those arms up. And as you exhale, bring your arms out to the side and let your right hand touch down, left buttock rooted. Extending through your left arm, you might look down by your right arm. So getting into the left side of your neck. Breathing in. And breathing out. And as you exhale, you're going to sweep that left arm out in front of you, setting up for a seated twist. So right hand outside of left thigh, left arm behind you. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, gently twist. And continue to breathe like this. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhale, very small twist. Super micro. You'll come back to center. Inhale, reach those arms out and up. And exhale the arms out to the side. And let your left hand touch down, right buttock rooted, extending through the right arm, right fingertips. Maybe gazing at the earth by your left arm, getting into the right side of the neck as well. And breathing here. Moving toward that twist. Exhale, sweeping right arm out in front of the body. Left hand outside of your right leg, right arm behind. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, gently open. And an inhale, coming back to center. Letting go of your seat. And making your way over to your hands and knees, finding that tabletop. Feel free to give your knees any extra padding here to support them. And spread those fingers nice and wide, supporting the wrist joints, the shoulder joints, wrists below shoulders, knees below hips. So setting up for our cow and our cat. Inhaling into cow facing pose. Exhaling cat. And finding your own rhythm, your own flow here. Allow your breath to guide your body. So the breath comes first, and then the movement follows. We'll begin to add on child's pose to this movement. So as you exhale into cat, you'll continue back into child. And then from child, inhaling forward into cow, moving like a wave of water. Exhaling cat and child. And again, letting your breath carry you here. So you're riding that current of breath as you move through a wave-like motion. And then the next time that you exhale back into child, you're going to breathe here. So reaching your arms forward, give yourself a nice dynamic stretch through the back of your body. Let the head spill between the shoulders. And breathe from your tailbone through the tips of your fingers. And we'll begin to walk your hands over to the right. So finding a lateral stretch on the left side. Again, letting your head relax and breathing into the left side of your body. And walking your hands through center, over to the left, just off on the mat perhaps. Letting your head relax and breathing into the right side. And you're going to walk your hands back to center. Come back to your hands and knees. Find that tabletop. Spread the fingers, stack the joints. Draw your belly button up to kiss your spine. And extend your right leg back, keeping your hips square. So if it supports you, you'll extend the left arm, thumb to the sky. Just being mindful, you can always have the left hand down. So on an exhale, you're drawing in. And as you inhale, you're extending, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, drawing in and rounding. Inhaling, extending, and lengthening. Exhaling as you draw in, and go at your own pace. It can be different than mine. Inhale, extend. Exhale, drawing in. And this time as you inhale and extend, take an extra sip of breath here, like you're touching opposite sides of the room. And then on your next exhale, come back to your hands and knees, tabletop, and make your way into a wide-legged child. Open those knees, mat width, tips of your big toes kiss. Butt toward heels, belly spilling between the thighs, and forearms and forehead on the earth. And take a few rounds of breath right here. We'll do that same series, opposite leg and arm. So coming back to the hands and knees, tabletop, spreading those fingers, drawing that belly up to kiss the spine, stacking the joints. And this time extending your left leg, keeping the hips square. And if it supports you, extending the right arm, thumb to sky. Exhaling as you draw in, slow and steady. Inhaling, extend. Exhaling, drawing in. Inhaling, extend. Exhaling, drawing in. Inhaling, extend. Exhale, drawing in. And this time as you inhale and extend, again, take an extra sip of breath like you're touching opposite sides of the room. And as you exhale, coming back to the hands and knees, tabletop, spreading your fingers, curl the toes, lift the heels, finding a puppy stretch, or my variation of puppy anyway. So drawing butt to heels, reaching through the arms. Hands are on the earth, arms hover above it. Head spills between the shoulders. And once again, you're really breathing into the back of your body. Finding your dog. You're going to plant your paws. And as you exhale, begin to lift your dog butt up to the sky. And then if it feels supportive to you, you'll begin to play with your dog a little. So getting into the hip joints, the sacroiliac joint, moving the hips, moving the low back, breathing in, breathing out. You might begin to move your mid back, your upper back. You can move your head, your neck. And from here, gradually walking to the front of your mat, step by step. And as you reach the edge, let your feet be about hip width. And really bend those knees, releasing the low back, belly spilling over thighs. Wrap the hands around the upper arms. Tuck the chin, head is heavy. You might sway a little. You can find your breath. On your next inhale, reach those arms out and lift up halfway, lengthening from the tailbone through the crown of the head. Then pressing your feet down, you'll begin to float your heart up. Palms touch above you. Exhaling, hands down to meet at the heart. Breathe here. You can come back to your intention, your dedication, your prayer. And taking a moment to look down at your feet, bringing them into alignment. And then as you inhale, sweeping those arms out and up. Exhale, bending the knees, hinge from the hip flexors, bow to the earth, fingertips on the floor. Setting up for a low lunge, begin to step the left toes toward the back of the mat. You might want to support that left knee, gently placing it down. Right knee pretty much above the ankle or behind it. And starting with the upper body, spilling on top of the lower body. So arms draping either side of that right leg. You can tuck your chin, let your head be heavy. Take a few rounds of breath right here. Let the face relax. From here, on an inhale, you're going to reach your arms up, lift your heart up. And as you exhale, very gently open the heart, sweep the arms behind you, drawing shoulder blades toward each other. And then on an inhale, spilling over that right leg, reaching those arms up. Exhale, sweeping them back, gently opening through the heart. And again, inhale, spilling forward. Exhale, sweeping those arms up and back. And one more time, inhale, spilling forward. Exhale, sweeping the arms up and then back. And this time you're going to take your left palm, place it on your left thigh, keeping your tailbone dropping. Place your right forearm to the inside of your right leg. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and exhale, gently twist toward the left. Breathing in, breathing out. You're pressing the right arm and right leg against each other. On an inhale, you'll come back to center. Exhale, pour along that right leg. Shift into the left leg and slide the right leg next to it for a tabletop. Setting up for thread the needle with our right arm. So on an inhale, lifting that right arm up. And then exhale, threading it through. And we'll do this 2 more times. Inhale, lifting the arm up. Exhale, threading it through. And 1 more time, inhale, lifting up. And this time as you exhale and thread, if it supports that shoulder joint, you're going to place the right shoulder, right side of your head on your mat, left hand on the floor in front of your face, or maybe on your lower back, giving it some love. Or you might reach it up to the ceiling, or extend it past the left ear. And you can try any one of these and then decide it's not working for you and do something else. Just noticing the expression on your face, quality of your breath, state of your mind. So you're going to place your left hand on the earth in front of your face, press it down, come back to your hands, come back to your knees. Setting up for our puppy stretch. Spread your fingers, spread your paws, curl the toes, lift the heels, butt to heels, reach through those arms. So nice stretch in the back body. The head spill between your shoulders. Breathing in, breathing out. As you're ready, your puppy's going to grow up into a dog. Planting your paws, exhale, lifting that dog butt up to the sky. And feeling free to play with the dog, explore your dog. You can walk your feet wider apart, bend the knees. You can find stillness. Whatever feels good. And then once again, beginning to walk to the front of your mat. And as you reach the edge, let the feet be about hip width. Bend those knees, belly to thighs. Hands either spilling onto the earth with the elbows bent or resting on the upper arms. Head is heavy. Breath is steady. On your next inhale, reach those arms out. Lift up halfway. And then pressing your feet down, lifting all the way up. Palms touch. Exhaling, hands back to the heart. Taking a breath here. Looking at the feet, bringing them into alignment. And inhale, sweeping arms out and up. Bend the knees, exhale, bow. Fingertips on the floor. Begin to step the right toes toward the back of your mat, setting up for that low lunge. You might want to support the right knee as it comes down. Left knee above ankle or behind it, but not in front of it. So finding that alignment. And then beginning to drape the arms either side of your left leg, dropping your torso onto the leg. Tuck the chin. Head is heavy. Breathe. Relax your face. Moving into a gentle flow. As you inhale, you're going to reach those arms up. Exhale, sweep them back, drawing shoulder blades toward each other. And then inhale, spilling forward, reaching the arms up. Exhale, sweeping them back, open the heart. Inhale, gently pouring forward, reaching arms up. Exhale, sweeping them back, open the heart center. Inhale, spilling forward. Exhale, reaching up, setting up for your twist. So arms behind you, right palm comes to right thigh. Left forearm inside of that left leg, pressing the arm and leg against each other. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, twist toward the right. Often it's more challenging to breathe and twist, so breathe where you can, as you can. And slowly beginning to unwind, pouring along that leg, fingers either side of the foot. Shifting toward the right leg, sliding the left leg next to it for tabletop. So we're going to set up for thread the needle on the left side. Inhale, lifting your left arm up, open the heart. Exhale, threading through. We'll do this 2 more times. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, threading through. And 1 more time, inhale, lifting up. And this time as you exhale and thread, if it supports your shoulder, placing the left shoulder on the mat, left side of your head on the mat, making any adjustments as you find the pose. Right hand can be in front of the face, on the lower back, giving it some love. Reaching up toward the ceiling, extending past the right ear. Again, checking in with the facial muscles if you're grimacing. Checking in with the breath if you're holding it. Checking in with the state of your mind. Planting that right hand down in front of your face. Coming back toward your hands, coming back toward your knees, tabletop. And this time extending, if your wrists are okay with it, your shoulders are okay with it, extending your legs into plank. You can also come onto the forearms for a forearm plank. It's more stable for the joints. It's also more challenging for the core. If you're in plank with the arms straight, shift the weight toward the heels and out of the wrists. From plank pose, we're going to make our way onto our belly. So I'm going to come onto my knees, and I'm going to move through a, I don't know, what is it called? Inchworm position. So gluing elbows into ribs, my butt is lifted, chin and chest are down, and then I extend through the legs. That just helps support my shoulder girdle and my low back. So setting up for low cobra, hands will be below the shoulders, tops of the feet on the floor. You're lifting the knees, turning on the inner thighs, and you want to keep your hip bones, the front of your hip bones, pressing down, those as-is bones, pressing down into the mat the whole time. Same with the feet, keeping the feet down the whole time. So on an inhale, you're going to lift your hands on your heart, keeping the feet on the floor. And then exhaling back to the earth. And we'll do this 2 more times. Inhale, hover. Exhale, down. And 1 more time, inhale, hover. And then as you exhale, begin to move toward down dog. And take your time. It won't just be 1 exhale, most likely. It'll be a few breaths. And as you find down dog, again, being mindful of your wrist and shoulder joints primarily, you're going to inhale, lift the right leg up, 3-legged dog. And as you exhale, you're going to begin to draw the knee toward the thumbs and really round your back and hug your heart. And then again, inhale, lifting that leg up. Exhaling the knee toward the thumbs. It's kind of like plank with the knee lifted. And 1 more time, inhale, lifting the leg. And this time as we exhale, we're moving toward a lunge. I like to come onto my fingertips and steeple my hands. So you're certainly free to try that out. You're going to draw the knee toward the thumbs, toward the wrists, and then gradually place the foot between the hands. You might need to walk it forward to get there, and that's totally fine. So coming into a high lunge with the left knee and heel lifted and the right knee above the ankle. Gradually beginning to lift your heart and really turning on your left leg from your left glute all the way down through your left Achilles or your left foot. Having the hands to start resting on the hips. Breathing here, being here. And you can keep the hands on the hips. The thumbs might be on the low back area, the sacrum area, or you might begin to reach the arms up, keeping the shoulders spreading down. Breath is steady. As you exhale, whether hands are on the hips or arms are up, it doesn't matter. You're going to lead from your heart, like you're trying to fly out into the horizon. And then you're going to let your fingertips touch down and begin to gradually shift toward the outside of your left foot as we set up for warrior 2. So right knee above ankle, it's moving actually toward the pinky toe. It's external rotation of that hip. Sweeping the left arm back. And then taking your left palm, place it on your lower back. Right palm is on your belly. And you're lifting your abdominals and dropping your tailbone. So it's just a cue, physical cue here, touching cue to do that. And then you're going to reach your arms out and really press that right knee toward the pinky toe. Spread the shoulders down. You might flip the palms up to help access the shoulders dropping down the back. Finding your drishti, your focus, your breath. And then nice and gently begin to reverse. Exalt your warrior, maybe looking straight ahead or down, releasing the neck. And as you exhale, you'll straighten that right leg. Place the left hand on the lower back by the sacrum, hinging from your right hip, the side of your right hip. Exhale, reaching that right arm past the shoulder. And then once you've gone as far as you can, the only part of you that moves is the arm, because it's a lateral stretch and strengthener. It's not a forward bend. You're opening your heart toward the sky, maybe reaching left arm above the shoulder. If looking up strains the neck, look straight ahead, look down. On your next inhale, let that left arm lift you back up. Exhale, warrior two. And begin to windmill. Fingers coming to either side of the foot, shifting toward the left toes. From here, walking fingers in front of your right foot, begin to step the left foot next to the right. So finding your own expression of Uttanasana, just being mindful that you're hinging from the hip flexors and not the low back. Breathe. This time as you inhale, you'll lift up halfway, and I've got my hands on my shins below my knees to help assist with this. So lengthening through the spinal column. And then as you exhale, you're going to pour forward, and you're going to find your way into chair. So feet probably closer than hip width. They might be hip width. They might be touching. And you're going to sit into that imaginary chair, shifting toward the heels and hollowing out your belly. So if you look down, you should see your toes peeking past your knees. Arms can reach up, or hands can be on hips, or arms can reach straight ahead. And then from here, you'll begin to lift all the way up. If a back bend feels good, go for it. If it doesn't, forget about it. Bringing the arms back into your body, finding mountain pose. Breathe. Returning hands to the heart center. And inhale, sweeping arms out from the heart. And exhale, bowing to the earth. So, stepping your way back into plank. Spreading through those fingers. Shifting back toward the heels. You can come onto your forearms. You can do hands and knees. And breathing wherever you are. And making your way onto your belly. So just being mindful of your shoulder joints as you descend, that you're not collapsing into them. Likewise with the low back. Kind of want to try to glue the elbows into the ribs if you're descending in a similar way that I did. You can also come into Sphinx and make your way down from Sphinx. So this time you're going to bring your arms alongside your body. Palms will be facing the earth. Tops of the feet on the floor, lift the knees, turn on those inner legs, pressing the hip bones down. And keeping the feet, the hip bones connected to the earth. Inhale, lift the arms, lift the heart, and then reach those fingers toward the heels, squeezing the shoulder blades toward each other. Maybe palms will be facing each other. And then you're going to exhale, come down. We'll do this 2 more times. So inhale, lifting up, squeezing those shoulder blades toward each other and shoulders down the back. Exhale down. And inhale, hover. And then exhale, hands below the shoulders and make your way into down dog or child. Totally come into child. Breathing in wherever you are. Breathing out. And if you're coming into child, just rest there, soak it up, enjoy it. If you're moving toward down dog and your wrists and shoulders are okay with the sequence, you will practice it with me. Inhale, lifting left leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhaling, knee toward the thumbs, round the spine, hug the heart. Inhale as you begin to lift that leg up. Exhaling, knee toward the thumbs, round the spine, hug the heart. So one more time, inhale, lifting the leg up. And this time I'm coming onto my fingertips. Exhaling the knee toward the thumbs. And then beginning to place the foot down and walking it forward, if you need to, for a high lunge. So left knee above ankle and right knee and heel are lifted. Lifting your torso and really turning on your right leg from the gluteal, through the Achilles, through the foot muscles and ligaments. Hands are starting by anchoring themselves on the hips, thumbs maybe by the sacrum. Breath is steady. Drawing elbows toward each other, drawing shoulder blades toward each other. Staying here, or maybe reaching arms up, but keeping those shoulders spreading down. Continue to breathe. Again, turning on that right leg. And then leading from the heart, you're going to exhale, pour forward like you're trying to fly out into the distance. And you'll let the fingers gradually touch down either side of the foot. Begin to shift toward the outside of the right foot. And make your way toward warrior two. Left knee moving toward left pinky toe, external rotation of that hip. One hand on the low belly, or on the belly, doesn't have to be low. One on the low back, lifting the abdominals, dropping the tailbone. Bringing weight into the right leg as well, so left leg isn't doing all the work. Arms reaching out in opposite directions, finding your drishti, your focus point. Find your breath. And keeping that delicious lunge, you'll begin to reverse. Exalt your warrior. Maybe looking down the right leg. And now placing right palm on the low back, the sacrum, straighten the left knee. Hinge from that left hip and reach the left arm past your left shoulder. Once it's gone to that place where it's just not going to go any further, the only part of you that moves is that left arm. Left hand might be on the thigh or the shin or maybe inside of the leg. Just try not to hold on to your knee. Opening your right chest toward the ceiling. Maybe reaching the right arm up above the shoulder. Maybe looking straight ahead or down. Breathe. And then as you inhale, let that right arm lift you back up. Exhale again, warrior two. And windmill. Fingers coming to either side of the foot, shifting toward those right toes. Fingers now in front of your left foot as you begin to bring the right foot next to the left. So playing with stepping the right foot next to the left foot. Uttanasana. Surrender yourself here. Breathe. Once again, we're going to make our way into chair pose. And you can play around with the width of your feet. Maybe they're close together. Maybe they're wider apart. You know, you're finding your own chair here. You're going to sit into that high chair. And you're trying to scoop out your belly with a giant ice cream scooper. Shift toward the heels, kind of away from the toes. You might even be able to lift the toes and kind of wiggle them. Arms reaching up or hands on the hips or arms reaching forward. And then beginning to straighten those legs. Lifting up to standing. Finding mountain pose. Bringing the arms into the body. Breathe. Taking a few moments here, you're going to bring your arms behind you. Clasp your fingers. You don't need to press the palms together. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, whatever. Just try not to compress the low back area. Squeezing those shoulder blades toward each other. You're pressing your heart out. And then you're going to drop your chin toward your chest. Breathe into the neck. Oh, hello. And bring the right ear toward the right shoulder. Breathe here. You might take the back of your left hand and place it to the outside of the right hip. Maybe. Whatever. And we're just going to do this same movement on the other side. So chin to chest, make sure the low back is not getting all tight. And bring your left ear toward your left shoulder. And say hello to any sensations that are going on here. Staying here, maybe you'll place the top of the right hand to the outside of the left hip. It really is up to you. Maybe you won't even notice a difference. And then letting whatever you're doing go, draw the chin back to the chest. Release your hands, bring your head back to neutral. Lift those shoulders up and exhale them back and down. Bring the hands back to the heart. And now as you inhale, sweep the arms out from the heart. And on an exhale, make your own way back down, folding forward. So making your own way into dog or child. You can move through a plank. You can move through a push-up, a back bend. You can skip all of it. It's up to you. If you're in child, again, feel free to really rest there. If you're coming into dog, shifting into that left leg, inhale, lift the right. And exhale, bend the knee and open the hip. Fire hydrant dog, mark in your territory. And from our fire hydrant dog, we're going to move into pigeon pose, if your knee's okay with it. So beginning to bring that right knee by the right wrist. If you're in child, you'll come to the hands and knees and bring the right leg forward from there. I like to have my knee a little outside of my hip. And my right heel, because I'm not super duper flexible, is in line with my left hip. It's not in line with my right knee. You can always place a blanket, a towel, a pillow under that right thigh. You're going to start by opening your heart. You can also come onto your back and do thread the needle if this bothers your right knee. You might stay upright, be mindful of that low back. Or you might begin to come forward, being mindful of the right knee. You can come onto the forearms. You can come onto your forehead. You can play around with different options. Those are just two. Finding that place where essentially you're moving into sensation without going too far. So there's no pain, there's no strain. Your face is relaxed. Maybe your eyes are even closed. Your breath is steady. And you can feel your body gradually opening up rather than getting tighter. So finding the expression of the pose that allows all of that to happen. Giving yourself permission to slow down and giving your body time to let go. So gradually coming out of either pigeon or if you're on your back, thread the needle. But take your time unwinding from the pose. Making your way to your hands and knees. If you're on your back, if you are doing thread the needle, just stay on your back with the soles of your feet on the mat and let your back body melt. If you're on your hands and knees, if you were just doing pigeon, then begin to make your way toward child and let it be your own expression of child's pose. And take a few delicious breaths right here, just noticing how you feel. We're going to do that same practice on the other side. So if you're on your back, you can make your way into thread the needle. If you're moving into pigeon, you can come to the hands and knees and begin to bring your left leg forward. Or you can make your way into down dog. Lift your left leg up. Bend the knee, open the hip, a little bit of fire hydrant, marking that territory. And then gradually shift toward pigeon. Take your time wherever you are, listening to your body. So we're not in a hurry, especially since we're going to be staying in this hip opener for a little while. Don't want to rush it. You might need something different on this side than you did on the other, and that's totally fine. And so much of our practice is learning how to listen to our body. Moment by moment and breath by breath. What do you need right now? And also recognizing that these are living, breathing poses, so you can make adjustments at any time. And again, that's part of listening to our bodies. And as we stay in these poses, especially earthbound poses like this one, longer, it just gives us that much more of an opportunity to learn how to listen, to take time to listen. So beginning to slowly release. Once again, gradually shifting toward your hands and knees, tabletop. And melting into child. So we'll all make our way into a child's pose. Letting go. And from child's pose, you're going to essentially slither your way forward onto your belly for Sphinx, being mindful of the knee joints as you go. So finding your Sphinx, you might want to wiggle your Sphinx butt a little, saying hello to that sacroiliac area, lumbar. Pressing the shoulders down, opening the heart. And then really letting your pelvic area release, that pelvic bowl, your pelvis, your hips, your low back, your gluteals, your thighs, your hamstrings, your quads. Let all of those muscles begin to soften. We are primarily strengthening the mid and upper back here, the shoulders, opening the pecs, opening the front of the body, and letting the lower body, the back of the lower body primarily, the lower back and glutes, release. And then you're going to gradually make your way down into Superwoman, reaching those arms forward, really stretching out the entire length of your body, chin or forehead coming down. Nice deep breath from fingers to toes. And once again, we want to keep both of our hip bones, those as-is bones, pressing down into the earth. And we want to keep the opposite arm and leg pressing down. So you're going to lift your left leg like an inch or so, keeping both hip bones, especially the left hip bone, pressing down. And you'll lift the right arm about an inch or so. And your left and right leg are pressing down. And then you're going to exhale, release. And this time lift the right leg about an inch or so, the left leg about an inch or so, pressing the hip bones down and the right and left leg down. And then exhale, release. Slide the hands below the shoulders. Gently lift yourself up. One more child, melting back into child's pose. Nice deep breath here. And then gradually rolling yourself up, sitting up onto those heels. You can roll the shoulders back and down. And then making your way onto your back, so shifting over to your buttocks. And just making your way onto your back body. Let the soles of your feet rest on your mat and let the feet be about mat width apart, and then let the knees gently press into each other. Arms anywhere that feels good. Take a few breaths here. So from here, you're going to heel toe your feet toward each other. And make your way into thread the needle with the legs. If this is your second time doing it, that's okay. You're going to take your right leg, place it on top of your left, because we're going to get into our left hamstring as well. And then you're going to lift your left foot off of the mat, interlace the hands around the back of the left thigh, but try to keep the shoulders and the head and the neck fairly neutral. And then begin to extend that left leg, flexing the left ankle. And breathe. Keeping your lower body spreading down into the ground. The back of your body, really. Lower back was what I meant to say, not lower body. And you're going to let this go, bending that left leg. And we'll release legs. So start with both feet on the floor. Take a breath. We'll switch sides. So taking that left leg, place it on top of the right. Lift your right foot. Interlace the hands around the back of the right thigh, keeping the shoulders spreading down, the head and the neck neutral. And extend your right leg, flexing the ankle like you're standing on the ceiling. Breathe here. So spreading your lower back toward the earth. And this time we're going to do something just a little bit different. So you're going to bend your right leg, release your hands, take that left thigh and cross it on top of the right thigh like you're sitting in a chair cross-legged. Arms are going to be out to either side, and since our left leg is on top, we twist to the right. So if you need to move around and give yourself extra space to do that, go for it. So you're twisting over to the right with your left leg on top. You're probably going to shift the shoulders a little bit to the right. Tuck the chin a little. Left arm out to the side, in line with the shoulder, below it. You decide. And if this feels too intense, and sometimes it does because it's a pretty big stretch in your low back area, then forget about it. Just stack your left leg on top of your right, and that's awesome. So listen to your body. It's your best teacher. Head can be neutral, or you might turn it to the left. Close your eyes and notice the expression on your face, quality of your breath, state of your mind. Breathing in and breathing out. So we're going to gradually unwind, coming back to center, releasing your legs if they're crossed. Take a few moments with the soles of your feet on the mat. Breathe here. And then lifting your feet off of the mat and crossing that right thigh on top of the left. Or not, if you know that that variation does not support you, it aggravates you, don't do it. Arms out, twisting over to the left. Shifting shoulders to the left a little, maybe tucking the chin a little. Maybe resting left hand on top of the right thigh, maybe turning the head to the right. Close your eyes, relax your face, and breathe here. Be here. Again, gradually coming back to center. Releasing the legs, soles of the feet on the mat. Take a few resting breaths. So beginning to make your way towards Shavasana, you might want to put on a jacket. You might want to put on extra clothes. Take your time. There's no rush. Just making yourself as comfortable as you can. If there's any other pose that your body is asking for to complete your practice, feel free to honor that as well. As you begin to settle into your final relaxation, allow yourself to surrender here, to receive. Dropping down into the ground, surrendering to the earth. Gaze falling deeply inside. Coming home. Noticing any areas that might still be holding on. And giving them permission to let go. Softening the soles of your feet. Relaxing your ankles. Relaxing your shins and your calves. Relaxing your knees. Thighs heavy, sinking deep into the earth. The hips soften and release. Feel your lower back dissolve into the ground. Let your belly soften. Relaxing your ribs, front of the ribs, the sides, the backs of the ribs. Relaxing your fingers, hands, and wrists. And relaxing forearms, elbows, and upper arms. Let your shoulders spill into the earth. And feel your heart, your chest spreading open. Softening your throat and releasing the back of your neck. Softening your jaw, your lips, and your tongue. Letting your cheeks drop into your bones. Softening your ears and drawing your listening inward. Drawing all your senses inward. Relaxing the bridge of your nose. Eyes sink deep into their sockets. Eyelids heavy. Relaxing eyebrows and forehead. Let the temples melt. Let your brain pour toward the back of your skull. Relaxing the front of your head, the back of your head. And feeling your mind open, present, and aware. While your entire body is completely relaxed. Totally relaxed. Letting go. Letting go. Letting go. And slowly deepening your breath. Inviting movement into your body. Drawing your knees in toward your body. And beginning to roll over to one side, resting in fetal pose. And gradually making your way into your meditative seat. Letting your eyes close. Bringing your hands to meet at your heart. Connecting to your heart center. Bowing your head to your heart. To that wellspring of infinite compassion, infinite love, and to the true teacher that resides within you. Om Shanti. Peace. Namaste. All right.